I'm Klementina Carroll, and I'm currently supporting people in really coming out of the paradigm of hustle and struggle. And we're women. We have a feminine, biologically female body. So what I've been realizing for myself in the past few years, after coming from working really hard in the corporate world, and alongside that, like working in the nonprofit world on climate change, to finally get a position there and to realize, wow, like everything that we see in the world is just a reflection of what we have inside of ourselves. This like ancestral, fears and things that are stuck in our body from how our ancestors lived, because it was a lot about survival, childhood wounding, and really just how the whole paradigm is designed around. Today, I feel women are expected to do everything, be successful at a career, be the perfect mother, wife, and hold everyone together. And like these few days, I've been talking with a few women, and I couldn't believe myself how much they were doing and how much they've done in their life, and they were still taking care of everybody. So this is like, it has to change, it has to move, because it's almost like our whole society has been designed to push the feminine essence down. And it probably has, because the feminine essence is so potent and powerful beyond. So that's what we're going to be tapping in and tuning in today. So essentially, my work is, I'm not only necessarily working with women, but a lot of it is about like moving away from the hustle into our joy, into our pleasure, into our embodying our essential qualities of who we truly are at the essence. And with men, I work a lot in the heart opening and intimacy. With women, it's a lot about like receptivity. So all of us are really affected, and the polarities are just like really off. Something that I have been noticing lately, well, before I actually go into that, I'll just say that the way that I work with people and my process, so you just know a little bit about where this is coming from, this practice, has like three pillars. One is purification, the second one is expansion, and the third one is creation. They all go in parallel. Yeah, you can't do one without another. But essentially, purification is about purifying anything that isn't of our essential nature, from the root. And expansion is a lot about just allowing, because like when we go in the body, like, or maybe oftentimes you've found in yourself, even now you can feel for yourself, notice if you're contracted in the pelvic area. Oftentimes we as women, we contract there. Like you might notice like your tights are really tight, or thighs are really tight, or like, like contraction in around the womb, or around the shoulders, or in the jaw. So this expansion that we tend to cultivate, it's important to just really allow it and allow the light to really expand and show up with that light, right? Create through that light that we are discovering in ourselves. So this is really the essence of my process. And I feel that what really supports people to shift is because we're tapping into a reality that is, or a frequency that is beyond what probably the person has ever experienced, because we are always in these wirings and conditionings from childhood and societal. So what's beyond that? Like when we can tap into that reality, and today we will tap into that reality. For some of you, it might be easy. For some of you, hard. Some of you might not tap into it. That's fine. Just work where you're at. But oftentimes you will all, I think, be able to do that through just something simple that we're going to do today. This essential reality is where things really shift, and then it's just allowing that embodiment to, because a lot of the things will want to push it down, things will happen, right? So after this session, also pay attention to that. What I've been noticing recently, and what I've come to find out, is that a lot of us, if not all of us, were born, of course, from a mother, from her womb. But the problem is that our mothers weren't connected to their womb and weren't connected to their love. They cared for us. And I don't want to generalize. I'll speak from my own experience, but this is also what I've been seeing a lot. And I know a lot of you will say, but I had a mother, she was really loving. My mother is super nice. You know, if you see, she's the kindest, most beautiful woman, but she cared for me. You know, she really cared, but you know, I didn't feel the love that I essentially needed as a child or wanted, you know, that depth of like a woman loving herself, being in her woman, being in her sensuality and sexuality, right? Being in her power, being in her potency, and really open in that feminine, like just essence. That's also, you know, loving yourself. You are then, you know, open to all this. So our mothers oftentimes weren't. And so from a child, we have this separation. And a lot of you have probably felt that something is kind of like, I don't know, with my mother, I always felt like something was like off, but I didn't know why. Like, she's really nice. Like, why? What could it be? Like, you know, well, that's what it is, this disconnection. So today we're gonna look at that disconnection and how it's related to our worth, wealth, and faith as well. And we're going to connect with something bigger. Because oftentimes what I also found is that we're mirroring our mother's womb because we want to almost take her pain, take her suffering. Like it's so subtle, we don't realize it's so subtle. You have to go really deep to really feel this. But oftentimes we actually our womb is almost mirroring our mother's womb in some ways. And this is until we can really connect to something that's of a higher frequency and fully like heal that and bring our woman, our pleasure, our, you know, essence. So we're going to start in a moment, but before we start with the practice, I will ask if there's any questions or any shares.
I actually think it's really beautiful that you're bringing this up, because last night we did a meditation and it was all about the portal of our womb and the portal of our sex and how we manifest from that portal. And so I think this is just divine. You know, it always works out the way it's supposed to, but I just want to say that I think it's absolutely beautiful, and thank you.
Yes. It's always so aligned what's happening in the cosmic field. So I'll invite you to just really get into your body, get into a really comfortable seat with your spine straight. And let's take a few breaths with rooting. So root in, like, feel into your root, which is between the sex and the anus, that point. And start taking some deep breaths. Deep breath in, exhale with a sigh. Ah. Breath in. Ah. Ah. Continue breathing like that with a sigh on the exhale. Really allow yourself to sigh, to make a sound if you can, to really allow yourself to like just sigh from the root. This is really relaxing the nervous system. And visualize red light into your root, red crystalline light into your root, and golden roots from your root penetrating through the different layers into Mother Gaia, gently spreading, going deeper and deeper and deeper all the way to the core, feeling a deep sense of belonging and safety in your root. You are absolutely held by Mother Earth. With every in-breath, you're inhaling nurturing and whatever codes you need in this moment from Mother Earth. And with every out breath, you're letting go of what no longer serves you, what is ready to be released and let go. Inhaling, nurturing, and whatever else is for you in this moment. And notice where it's going in your body. And exhaling. As you're deeply connected to your root now and feeling a deep sense of groundedness and this descending power. Actually, this descending power is very feminine because the earth has a very feminine quality. So this is it, what you're feeling downward, like this downward pulling energy that roots you and helps you feel safer. It's like that. It's a very feminine quality. From here, start feeling into your body. Start feeling into the inside of your body, bringing the energy from the mind really into the body, and especially around the hips area. And start breathing into the hips. And as you're breathing into the hips and into the pelvis, starting to really relax the muscles around the root, around the sex, around the feminine reproductive organs. And almost feel how things are just really almost expanding and the energy is becoming like wider and bigger around your hips. You're taking up your space in this world. Deep sense of belonging and expansion. Just for a moment, place your palm, one palm, left palm on the heart, right palm on the womb, and start taking a few deep breaths as you connect both with your womb and your heart. And as you're connecting, really get into your gentleness, get into your softness. Start smiling yourself, maybe like make a smile with your face now and smile to your heart, smile to your womb with a gentle smile, relaxing the muscles on your face. And allow yourself to feel pleasure, to feel joy, especially in the pelvic area. Really invite some pleasure, invite some joy, invite some softness, invite some sexual energy, maybe if that feels comfortable for you, or sensual energy if that feels more comfortable. It's a beautiful feminine frequency. And in the heart, love, care. For some reason, I'm seeing a rose as well. Maybe the frequency of rose. We can also call in, maybe we can call in rose petals, like a waterfall of water and rose petals showering your whole body now from the top of your head, cleansing you and purifying you, bringing a sense of freshness, release, calmness, and high vibrancy, life force. Now bring both palms into the womb area and start holding your womb space gently. You don't have to hold if it's distracting. You also don't have to hold your palms there, but if you feel like, if it's better for you, if it's more connecting, do that. I'm actually not going to do it. It feels more connecting to just feel into your womb space. Can you feel your womb right now? How does your womb feel right now? Can you visualize, feel, or sense your womb? Can you visual, feel, or sense what's inside? Is it empty? Is it full? Is it dry? Is it liquid? Is it airy? Are there colors? Just notice. What is the state of your womb currently? Is she fully vibrant? Is she not vibrant? Is she tired? Is she, wounded, crying? Whatever the state is, just notice and observe without necessarily making up a story or doing anything about it. Just allow it. We're just noticing. Now I want to invite you to consider that maybe the state of your womb is not necessarily all you're doing, whatever the state might be. Let's invite for whatever came from your mother that doesn't serve your highest and best good can really dissolve now. Whatever is possible, of course, whatever you're ready, you're gonna let go. So not everything will go, but let's just invite that. Let's just have that intention for purifying the womb space, for letting go of the layers that are not yours to carry. And now I'm inviting you to feel into the sacred womb. The sacred womb is gonna come from somewhere deeper than your own womb, whether it's physical or energetic. If you don't have a womb, it's energetic. That's totally fine. And feeling to the sacred womb, that's comes from deeper place. I visualize it just bigger and coming from deeper. I visualize a lot of things and visualize that this cosmic womb is where everything was birthed from. This is the highest frequency of the feminine. It's where everything was birthed, where all creation came from. That's where we're tapping in. When maybe you've heard people saying about the void, right? Calling it the void, the feminine, the sacred womb. That's what we're tapping into. So invite that in. Visualize, feel, or sense it, and start sensing how this sacred womb is starting to connect to your womb and literally is bringing in liquid into your womb. Sacred, beautiful, warm, high frequency, feminine, kind of liquid, because the feminine is all about liquid, all about flow and movement, and the liquid is about life, really. Everything that's alive has this note of right, the liquid, the water. So start feeling how your whole womb is being filled with this beautiful liquid from the sacred womb. Be in your body and allow yourself to feel the sensations. Really, if you allow yourself to feel and sense, you're going to get more results from this practice, because you're gonna get more embodied. So we're going in a really subtle realms, and the mind might sometimes tell you oh, is this really real? Am I imagining it? No, you're not imagining it. You're actually tuned in right now. And if you don't see anything, and if you don't feel anything, hey, that's totally okay too. There's no judgment here. It's sometimes we cannot feel because we haven't been taught to feel, and noticing that is also good, right? So if you cannot feel, just put your palms on the womb and just say, I'm here. Just continue saying that you're here, and really allowing yourself to feel in that space and to feel in the pleasure and the joy. So as your womb is filling up with this liquid, life force energy, this beautiful vitality, love, innate worth, wealth, whatever it is that you're getting. Like maybe you're seeing colors. Allow that to move into your womb space and really shift the frequency. And maybe allow it to spread even beyond the womb space. Allow it to continue spreading throughout your whole body and throughout your whole field. And as you're tapping into the frequency of this liquid reality, start sensing and feeling into the qualities of that liquid reality right now. How does it feel to be in this space? Is this space expansive or contracting? This space will oftentimes be very expanding. This is how life is. Where we're tapping into is really the essence of how life works. And so life is always expanding. So feel into the expansive energy of this beautiful liquid reality. Allow it to really go in all parts of your body and just be in it for just a few moments. We're gonna end the practice really soon. So I just invite you not to really give it all, to be in this space, to be in the present. This is really the essence of this practice. Can you be in this bliss, in this, like, allowing yourself to feel the blissful reality of life where everything is fluid? There is no start, there is no end. Everything is fluid, everything is expanding, everything is loving. Breathe into your womb and continue allowing pleasure and allowing this liquid to spread. Just like a warm pot of honey in your pelvic area. Just like a warm pot of honey being allowed to spread there and to, you know, you can even like move a little bit and just feel how it's like moving liquid in your womb. Just really allow this whole expansive realm to take over your whole being now. Everything. From this space of fluid and liquid realm, what do you feel about your worth? In this realm, you're inherently worthy. No matter what, you are of worth. That's period. In this space, can you feel that life is expanding always? There's expansion. There's no contraction, there's expansion. And if you do feel contraction and expansion, that's also good, but where we are in this realm is like more like expansive normally. So from this space, do you think scarcity really exists even on this level? We are so sold on the idea of scarcity and fear in our society, but actually when we tap into the more essential level, this is not there. What if you could tap into this and from there have your relationship with wealth and money and love? Notice about the love quality. Is this a loving frequency? Notice what love is, how you currently love yourself, and how you're just love in this frequent, like you're being love here in this space. You're just being and radiating love, and that's enough. There's nothing to satisfy, there's just being and allowing. And from this space, feel into your faith. Having experienced and felt this, Can you invite and embody a new level of faith that everything is actually flowing? Everything is, there is no such thing as stopping or stuck. Everything is expanding. There is no such thing as scarcity. And you are absolutely provided for and loved. What if you could live from this space? What would open up? Feel into your, especially into your woman's sex now, into your pelvic area. Is it opening up? Do you have a feeling it's opening up? That's your feminine receptivity there. That's how you open up. Open to life, open to love, open to wealth, in faith. Like, I feel like a lot of opening up. Notice if your hips are opening up, if you can feel the pleasure and the beauty. And put the palm on your heart, left palm on the heart, right palm on the womb. And take 3 gentle breaths like that, connecting your womb and your heart. Bringing that beautiful liquid reality into your heart. Ah. 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 And just say to yourself, I love you. You're safe. You're provided for. And take a deep breath to integrate this beautiful practice as you're feeling into the essence of your, essential qualities: faith, worth, wealth, love, beauty, abundance, and encoding those feelings, whatever you felt, into your body so you can access them in the future and embody them deeper. Feeling the power that comes from love, from softness. Feeling the potency that comes from love, joy, pleasure. Feeling the field of everything, and that you are always in the field and you can affect the field. And when you're ready, you can slowly come back.
So beautiful. I had a session, like she said earlier, I had a session with her last week that was like, whoa, unlocked a whole new level of being and awareness. Specifically, actually worked a lot in my womb space, my inner child. So it was really beautiful to have some of those similar themes present today.
The portal of our womb is so magical. And being able to open it up and expand it and feel the love through it, but also feel the creation from it.
Like feeling your worth and what is your worth, and just kind of some stuff about worthiness. And I got this loud message of like, only I get to decide my worth. Like, how much do I want to be worth? It's up to me, and I get to decide in any moment. That was really empowering, because I'm definitely someone that's just now starting in the last year or so to like reclaim my power and reclaim my worthiness and create that safety within myself. Whereas, for the previous part of my life, I was very much looking to other people to tell me how much I was worth and tell me what I was capable of. So that was just so liberating to be like, what do you want to be worth? You get to decide.
I had a deep meditation. This was several months ago, and Joshua showed up in this meditation, and so did Mary Magdalene. And they walked me through my womb space. And they showed me how all the portals and everything is linked within our womb. And it showed me our teleporting is within our womb. Everything is within this womb creation. And when we block ourselves from feeling that, that's when our manifestations hinder. And it was the most beautiful feeling because they showed me that through our sex and our stimulation and excitement that you feel, the orgasmic that you would feel in lovemaking or pleasuring yourself or whatever it may be, is that actually is not necessarily used for sex. It's when you feel that stimulation, that's actually your creative flowing and creative juices and utilizing that within your body to create and manifest. And so it was the most beautiful thing to feel and watch. And I think we're so programmed to think that when we get aroused, and that means that we're gonna, go masturbate or we're gonna go have sex and it's really that arousement that we go, oh, I'm going to sit with this and feel it in my body. And what can I create? And what can I do with this? And that is just the portal of what women have that are just phenomenal,
Yeah.
I just felt like sharing that.
I love that because that's actually really related to my own practices. Like I have a daily practice and that is absolutely tapping into my sexual energy, allowing it to expand, because that's the only energy on the earth that can multiply and expand. And then bringing it up, when we bring it up, it becomes life force energy already. So it's not sexual, it's life force. And then here it becomes spiritual. And in the spiritual realm, this is where I ask, what can I create? And I have a specific way to ask and connect and all that, but this is the channel. It's explained in Taoist practices and many different also ancient books. So our sexual energy is absolutely about creation, and we can cultivate more, and we can even store it in our store reserves of it, because it's so potent in our solar plexus, where our power center is. We touched upon that maybe with, I'm not sure, with Harmony. We touched upon the power piece as well. But yeah, it's such a beautiful way to create. And honestly, even lately, I'm like, wow, when sometimes you have pleasure and you're like, oh God, and sometimes you'll think oh, why am I mentioning God in this? That's religion. That's religion, that it's made us so disconnected from our pleasure and that it's not sacred. But actually that's why we mention God, because it's so sacred. Because it's it's making love with life, with God, with that's that's what it's about. That's that's what we're made for as well too. So it's beautiful, Jennifer. So resonating.
Thank you so much, Klementina. This was such a beautiful and deep practice.
Thank you. I appreciate you very much.